Hello everyone. In this section of our video, we will study about Indian economy on the eve of independence. It is well known that we Indians got independence in the year 1947 from the Britishers. It is also known as colonial rule. According to the economics, what are what were the situations on the eve of independence we will discuss in this topic. So, in order to learn about any economy, we have to go through the different sectors of the economy and then we can analyze the situation of that particular time period. So, in this section of the video, we will be covering the different sections of the Indian economy. That will be the agricultural sector, then the next will be the industrial sector, foreign trade sector, demographic sector, occupational structure and the infrastructural sector. So on these grounds we will discuss in this video. So the very first is agricultural sector. Most of the people in India are indulged in agricultural sector. So the question arises, what was the situation of agricultural sector or allied sector during the colonial rule or on that eve of independence? So the agricultural sector was greatly affected by the Britishers in many ways, and that is totally adversely affected. The productivity of agricultural sector is immensely affected due to the various land settlement schemes which was not in the favor of farmers but it is in the favor of zamindars. So zamindar system was also prevailing at that point of time. Lack of irrigation facility, lack of knowledge of conducting agriculture were prominent on that time period. The more and more profit of agricultural were shifted to the zamindars rather than the cultivators on that day or on that eve of our independence. Then the very important thing take place is the commercialization of agriculture. When agricultural production or when agricultural produce were made not for this food consuming crops, but the crops which were grown up can be directly sold in the market, such as jute, such as banana. All these are the commercial crops. So the Britishers forced farmer to produce more and more commercial crops rather than the food crops like wheat, rice, pulses, etc. Why they are doing this? Because they can earn more profit only by selling the commercial crops. They were not in the position to deal with the situation or to look forward to the people of our country. Then the next thing is, the second sector is industrial sector. For the development of any country, industrial sector plays a very dominant role. So industrial sector was also affected by the in the colonial period. The main motive of the Britishers was to make India as a market of finished goods. Now what is finished good? Finished goods means the goods which are ready to use. But there is a trick policy which is played by the Britishers with our Indians. They take raw materials from India, they take it to their home country, that is in Britain, and then they process and then they back send to our country. So we are compelled to purchase the finished products. So industrial sector was also greatly affected. The handicraft industry and the other industries were also affected. But during the later period, some of the industry come up, like cotton mills were definitely encouraged at the time of Britishers because they have to export our material, our cotton. Then they Jute industries and the textile industries were also encouraged, and then the steel and iron industry by the Tatas are encouraged at that time period. More and more emphasis by the Britishers is given on the production of capital goods. Now, what is capital goods? Capital goods are those goods which are useful in the production process. So, the Britishers emphasis more on the production of capital goods. Hence, the contribution on the eve of independence by the industrial sector in the gross domestic product of our country was significantly low. So we have discussed the two sectors, agricultural sector and the industrial sector. Moving further to the foreign trade sector. Foreign sector refers to when the two or more countries indulge in the trading activity, that is known as foreign trade. So if we talk about the foreign trade, so it is very important that we were under the rule of Britishers and we have to follow the policies, all the foreign policies which is laid down by the Britishers. So at that particular time, India restricted, Britain restricted Indian economy to be an open economy. That open economy refers to the economy where one economy is free to trade with the rest of the world, like exporting, importing, interporting. These are the terms which is used. So at that time, India is compelled to export majority of its goods to the Britain, and then Britain will on their own name tag will export our material on their name tag to other countries. So this is the thing, very important. So foreign trade were also affected at that time. Foreign deficit, balance of payment deficient can be seen on that time. Then the next is demographic condition. Demography. The word demography refers to the characteristics of the population. If we will study the characteristics of the population and different characteristics of population like literacy rate, like birth rate, like gender equality or inequality. So whatever a population consists its characteristics, if we study about this, that is known as demographic condition. So in this section we will study that what was the condition of demography, what was the condition of people of our country on that day or on the eve of independence. For example, if we talk about mortality rate, that was quite high. Then the next is infant mortality rate was also very high. The health, these are high just because of the lack of healthcare facility in our country on that point of time. Believe me, the life expectancy ratio was only 32 years. The average population which live on that time period is only 32 years. This is just because of lack of healthcare facilities during the colonial rule. Then the next come the literacy rate. Literacy rate was also not satisfied on the time of Britishers or in the time period of colonial rule. So this was the demographic condition on the period of colonial rule. Then the next is occupational structure. Occupational structure refers to in which occupation, in which job most of the people or most of the citizen of our country is indulged, or most of the country, people are doing job in which sector. There are three sector: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. On the eve of independence, our economy was agricultural economy and more people were engaged in agricultural and its related activities. The share of agriculture in the GDP was more, but the industrial sector and the tertiary, that is service sector, was quite low. So this was the occupational structure. More and more people were engaged in agricultural sector on the eve of independence. Last is infrastructural sector. You all know infrastructure refers to the facilitating structure or the facilitating thing which helps in many ways, Like if we talk about the Britishers somehow made positive impact on the infrastructure in Indian economy, such as in the year 1850, Indian Britishers introduced railway. But the thing is, they introduced railway not for the Indians but for their own sake. They were finding difficulty to move the goods from one place to another place, so they introduced railways. So as we are adopting it now, it as it is as a nowadays also. Then the next thing is the development of roads, the development of some of the bridges, dams, some of the irrigation project were also launched at that point of time, which positively affect our Indian economy. So, and as a whole soul, we see that Indian economy on the eve of independence were not so satisfactory, because lot of the things has been taken off by the Britishers. So the main aim of Britishers is to take the thing from India and use their name and then sell the goods or services on their behalf. So the revenue generation activity is done by the Britishers, but it is not at all benefiting the Indian economy. So in this section of the sector, we have we have studied different sectors of Indian economy on the eve of independence. Hope you like this video. We'll meet again. Thank you.